Thanks to oppressive lockdowns over coronavirus, tens of thousands of businesses across California have been forced to permanently close their doors. Business owners in Democrat-controlled cities have been the hardest hit, and San Francisco stands out as one of the worst affected in the entire state. Since the lockdown began, far-left Democrat Mayor London Breed has sat back and watched as over half of all storefronts in San Francisco have shut down for good. While some 1,200 small businesses are still operating in San Francisco, over 1,300 have closed. According to a survey from the San Francisco Chamber of Commerce, just 46% of storefront businesses in the city that were open at the beginning of the pandemic are still operating. That means a whopping 54% of small business owners in the city have watched as the Democrat-imposed lockdown destroyed their livelihoods. As a result, many have now made the decision to not just leave the city, but leave the state for good. A representative from the Chamber of Commerce explained that for businesses like fitness studios, hair or nail salons, and even retail stores, the decreased foot traffic means they just can't afford to stay open. Restaurants have been some of the hardest hit, with over 60% that were forced to close temporarily remaining permanently closed. In San Francisco, more than 370 restaurants that closed for the pandemic will never open their doors again. All these closures are sending unemployment through the roof, with claims hitting nearly 200,000 so far. That's 4 times the number of claims filed during the 2008 recession. And while San Francisco has been one of the least affected cities in California by the coronavirus, the Democratic Mayor London Breed claims the city can't reopen until the pandemic is under control. Yet her statement comes as the CDC releases figures showing just 6% of COVID-19 deaths are actually due to the virus. The other 94% of deaths involved other serious pre-existing health conditions. That's on top of the 99.98% chance you won't even get the coronavirus, and that's without any social distancing at all. That means Democrats like Mayor London Breed or even Governor Gavin Newsom are watching and doing nothing while millions of Californians lose their jobs, go bankrupt, and leave the state. All of that on the fraction of a chance that someone might get the coronavirus. Meanwhile, the seasonal flu actually has a vaccine, and it still kills 60,000 people a year, and yet not a single business has ever been shut down or had to close their doors. Pearson Sharp, One American News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.